Well, good evening everyone, and a big shout out to the bear. I hope you get well soon. So this shout goes out to the bear via Iron Man. Get well soon, bear. So most of you will know what the aircraft here is based on. It's of course based on the C-47 transport, which was a descendant of the DC-3. The Dakota, which was of course one of the most famous aircraft from World War II and the 1950s, serving for a long time. It was then very famous in Vietnam as the AC-47 gunship. Very important aircraft over the years. In many ways inferior to the Curtiss C-46. Apart from in reliability and staying in the air. The C-47 therefore was pretty much the workhorse of most of the transport operations that we remember here in the West, whereas the C-46 was more often used in the China, Burma, India theatre, doing the heavy lifting over the hump, which was incredible airlifting. And around the Pacific, the C-46 really earned its spurs. But because of its role in the Normandy campaign, and because of its role in wars after that, the C-47, the Dakota, has a very special place in the hearts of most aviation enthusiasts. So what exactly is this? Well, those from a South African heritage may recognise the Turbodac, which is a Dakota fitted with turboprop engines to give it better reliability, better performance, certainly better takeoff performance, and the South Africans used those in the maritime patrol role. This is kind of taking it to the next level. This is the Basler BT-67. Now Basler in America, they convert C-47 aircraft airframes, they zero life them, they refresh all the avionics, they add a fuselage plug here, they add these impressive turboprop engines for reliability, and 5-blade propellers. These aircraft are avionically absolutely modern, cutting edge, but they're still able to do what the C-47 was, and that is cope with really rough fields via these huge landing gear, deliver good takeoff performance and short landing performance, carry around 4 tons of cargo. They still have the big doors there at the back for either parajumping or for passenger use. They've got interiors which can be converted to mission stations and whatever you wish to do with them, passengers, research and the like. You can have extended range fuel tanks both in the cargo cabin and in the centre area between the wings there, giving a good 2,000 mile max range for the aircraft. Now of course the Malagasis then took this to the next level, and this is operated by the WHIF Malagasis in the Special Forces role, supporting the Sea Eels, which are like the Malagasy version of the Navy SEALs, the Sea Eels, as in the eel, the fish that looks like a snake. They use them for anti-piracy work, primarily around the island chain, fitted for in-flight refueling, fitted with a radar I've robbed from a CASA 212, fitted with a electro-optical infrared turret that I've nicked from the spares box, and plasticard ECM satellite antenna, all the stuff that you need to have a Special Forces operation. So 6 of these in WHIF service, and underneath, as you can see there, we've just got the modified nose, which is a bit rough and ready, chaff and flare dispensers, and then at the rear, because I couldn't find the tailpiece, I've added some radar warning receivers and added those on the side. And you'll probably note the 250 caliber machine guns there, because pirates are nasty at what they do, really horrid business, and that is rife in the Indian Ocean. So these will be used down at low level, dropping Special Forces either by parachute or into the water with boats, etc, etc. The C-47 of course can carry an underslung boat under there, it's not a problem for it. It is a very versatile transport. The radar layer just gives low level all-weather capability, same with the electro-optical turret. These are used in conjunction with helicopters and drones, and I'll be building up the rest of the anti-piracy force. I'm still having trouble with my decals, even using decal softener. They do seem to silver the homemade ones. The other decals are from Fantasy Print Shop. They do an excellent range of low-vis stencils and signs. Now this is what the kit should look like. This is the A and A models Basler BT-67 from Ukraine. As you can see, it's made in Ukraine. Now it's very hard to be critical of this kit. Yes, it took a lot of work. Yes, it took a lot of puttying. Is it as neat as it should be? Well, no, because I added the duck style radar on the front. Is it as professional as a model maker could make it? Well, no, because I'm not a professional in any way, shape or form. What I would say about this kit is it's really hard to be critical of a manufacturer that, one, is in a war zone, and two, is producing kits that none of the mainstream manufacturers will go near. You have to ask yourself, how easy would it be for Airfix to make a Basler BT-67? Extended fuselage, different rudders, different tail. The fabric parts are all replaced with metal. It has a 250 mile/hour top speed. It wouldn't be difficult at all for Airfix to make a different tooling and release the Basler BT-67, but they haven't, and they probably won't. And that's why I think it's really hard to be critical of some of these smaller Ukrainian manufacturers and Eastern European manufacturers, because do you know what? They're actually producing kits that, one, nobody else will do. The only other way of getting a turbo DAC is to buy a conversion and then cut an airframe up, which again isn't always the neatest. But you know, the credit to them, they're producing this, they're doing it, they're making the product, it's coming out, and they are like limited run kits. I did have to cut the windows down, so they haven't fitted in too great. In hindsight, there's lots of things that when I build another one I'll improve. It did require a lot of puttying in the joins, but you know what, I'm really pleased with it. I think it's a unique aircraft. I really like it. I hope you do. I don't kind of do this YouTube channel just to get views and stuff. I'm really appreciative of the support. I like it when a plane comes together like this. To me, this is what WHIF modelling is about, taking something which is quite unique and a very capable aircraft in its own right, and then looking at the needs of a WHIF country and setting an anti-piracy operation. Having 6 of these, quite useful in the island chain, useful in getting special forces into pirate locations. It's very reliable, it doesn't need a lot of maintenance, it can land pretty much anywhere in Africa. It can land in the island chain and the chains in the Indian Ocean. It can operate in minus 45 degrees, can operate in Antarctica if it has to, and that's a real asset to a Special Forces aircraft. With lots of the airframes in storage, as the Malagasi's like to store stuff, they've got more C-47s that they can convert. Obviously they used up a lot of them in Korea and the Vietnam War, but yeah, like I said, do you know what, if you've got a need for a small transport plane that can go anywhere, that can do anything, that's a flexible multi-purpose aircraft, the Basler BT-67 is worth a look. No, it's not the fastest, no, it's not the most glamorous, but you know what, I love it. And the kit price is about £40 UK, quite steep for the amount of work that you have to put in. But on the other hand, who else is making one? Let me know if you think Airfix will ever venture into something like this. Get well, Bear. I hope you enjoyed the video. Big shout out to everyone. Thanks for your support, everyone. John, Ian, Rob, Bad Lieutenant, Damien. Gosh, thank you so much, everyone, for your kind support. Jeremiah as well. Yeah, thank you, and have a good new year, everyone. Ta-ra.